Well, now it's time to talk about lunch boxes and keeping them clean, especially with the drink bottles. Always clean your lunch boxes out before putting them back in the bag, because what can happen, guys, is your child's lunchbox can smell if it's not clean. Here's my outsider.
Yes, that's true. And over time, if you were to leave it over time, it can get a bit grubby. So if every day a quick clean over it, then that will help. That would help extend basically the life of the lunchbox or the bag as well, because you're taking care of it every day.
Because it's very important, guys, to take care of the lunchbox and your drink bottle and always label it. Because otherwise it can get mixed up with another student's lunchboxes, and then they will get germs or something because they've been eating out of that lunchboxes, and then you eat something, and that's how sickness can occur. Here's my outsider.
Yes, that's very true. And we know that kids like to have the same lunchbox. When they see their friend has a good lunchbox, they ask for the same. So if you don't label it, there are problems for the whole class if they all have the same
Because
lunchbox.
You don't want to end up, like I said before, in the emergency department.
Yes, yep.
Because if your child gets sick 24 hours later or even 12 hours later, it's not a good thing ending up at the hospital.
Yeah, not at all. And if you are always cleaning your lunchbox, then it makes sure that there's no room for bacteria to grow or anything else that you don't want mixing with food at all.
It's always very important to label everything that your child has, like their exercise books, their calculators, their rulers, and things like that, because again, okay, someone may think, oh, yep, this is mine, when really it's not. Here's my outsider.
That's very true. And I do remember last year my son lost his jacket and it was labelled, but most people don't check the label of their child's jacket, or the child doesn't check themselves. They just wear it. So someone had taken it accidentally, thinking it was theirs. And it was maybe 3 months before it was returned at the end of the year, because they didn't realise that they had someone else's jacket. So it always does pay to have the name there, just to make sure.
It's always very important to put the phone number on the item as well. So if you accidentally forget it, the school principal can ring up and say, your child's lunchbox is here, you cook, you book, whatever. Coming up, I have Sydney's weather, and then it's time for a tea break. So you've been watching the first part of our show today, which is about getting your child ready for school. But before we go to the break, pick up a catalogue from Officeworks and sit at the table with your child and just discuss what they need to school. Here's my offsider.
Always good. Barry, you sound like someone who is very prepared and knows the best way forward, and I think that's a great idea. It's very good that you're saying about including your child in it, because once they're very happy to help make decisions, and you can negotiate about what they want, and you can go to the shops together, and they can help pay for it as well.
So coming up, I'm going to talk about how to teach your child how not to get nervous before school. So that's all coming up on the day show. Don't go away, guys, because Rosie and I have a lot to cover on today's show. So don't go away. We will be back. It's time for a break, and we'll see you soon for the second part of the program. This is Barry Fear. You're watching the first Tuesday wrap here at St. Types for 2020, and a Happy New Year to you all. And Alana, if you are watching, I hope you're resting comfortably and do get better soon.